You said, what you think they're Windows 98 or 95?
I think it was 95 or 98 or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember. Two of them,
And then you said you don't think they have hard
No,
drives?
I remember taking the
out?
hard drives out. Yeah, I was gonna upgrade them, and I remember taking them out. I think they went here. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's been about a couple of years. And this Dell here, yeah.
This one goes right there. I'm gonna just pop this cover off real quick.
Yeah.
And you have the chargers for them too?
Yeah, I believe we have both chargers in here for them.
Okay, so this one has.
It has a hard drive in it?
It has a hard drive in it. Yeah, it has an IDE drive. Old
Oldie, huh?
Yeah.
They don't make them no more?
I don't even know if they do make them. They make conversions to where you can run a newer drive.
I've seen some on the internet where you can actually plug up something to your what is this port right here? UBS?
USB, yeah.
Yeah, have like what do you call that? Or an internal or external hard drive?
Mm-hmm.
And to pull up Windows and everything, you can run a computer like that now?
Yep, you can. Depending, but let's see. Since this one's got a drive in it, let's see if it'll do anything. It won't turn on or do nothing, or
I think it came on. I don't know, the code password up or something. I don't remember.
something. It might need a reflash.
Right.
Yeah.
That might be it.
And this one looks like it's got Windows. This one's got Vista. This one's a little newer than I thought.
Okay.
So maybe that's the older one. Let's see. That one's Windows 7. That one's a little
Older. So this was
This one's a little bit newer. So they're not. Yeah, definitely not as old as I had originally thought. Because you said 98, 95. I was like, whew, those got some miles on them. And then we can kind of see what kind of options you got. Because there's no need in putting a bunch of money into something nowadays. Because computers have gotten so reasonable.
Right.
But now if you can spend a little bit and you can bring it back to life, I understand that too.
Right.
So always nice to know your options,
Hey, but you do have refurbished computers, right?
Yeah, I do. Right now, I don't. I have one laptop, but mostly desktops at the moment.
Right.
So one right there, and I have two right there.
Okay.
And it's got this one's okay. So this one's definitely newer.
So that's got a hard drive.
Yeah, this one's got a 250 gig SATA. Hopefully, this is the one we could save or flash or bring this one back to life, because this one a lot newer
than that one.
Than a lot.
This is wireless, right?
Yeah, this one's got wireless,
but it didn't have Vista, right? This one had Vista.
That's Vista. This is 7.
Okay,
yeah.
7 is good.
Yeah, we can put 10 on it as long as the hardware will allow it.
Right.
10 runs a little bit better in my. I like 10 better. I like 7, but it is older.
Okay.
So.
So they have hard drives in them.
Yeah, they have hard drives in them. If you want to, this one's
actually. I wonder what.
Yeah, I don't know. This one's got the RAM. This one's got the wireless card. That's what those are right there. Right. This one has the hard drive. If you wanted to, I can boot it all up and see if this drive's good.
Yeah.
You can step up to what's called a solid state drive, and it's just a lot faster. It's a DDR2 system, Pentium R dual core, and primary hard drive, none. This drive's dead. That's why I wouldn't boot into it. So it's got a hard drive in there, but it's dead. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. All right, so as you just saw, I had a gentleman come in, and he contacted me on Facebook. I put up a little marketplace thing, just PC laptop repair and upgrades. And he was like, "Hey, I got an older laptop or a couple laptops. Don't know if we can fix them. I don't know what all the audio picked up or whatever, but anyway, I ended up booting up his newer laptop because he had a super old one." And it had an IDE drive in it, and I'm just like, this one's not worth fixing unless you really want to. But his newer one had Windows 7 on it, but I booted it up, and the actual hard drive showed up as none, has a dead hard drive in it, and I'm like, well, for not too much money, we can step it up to a SSD. And I was like, you want to go, it had a 250 gig hard drive in it, you want to go with the 250 gig SSD? He's like, yeah. I'm gonna flip it around and show you where we're at. So this has like a really nice, cool little pull-out tray for the drives. So pulled out this old Seagate 250 gig, putting them in a Lexar 256 gig SSD. This should be a night and day difference. And he's like, how will it run better? And I'm like, with this, it should run better than it ever has before. It's such a big upgrade. And that's one of the like really cool things that when somebody brings in a computer with a hard drive in it, spinning rust, as a lot of people like to call it, and you literally don't do anything except put a SSD in them, it's like going from horse and buggy to automobiles. It changes the way the whole computer just acts, reacts, and performs. So really, really solid, easy upgrade. And then I really like this tray. I wish, current stuff would be like that, and then literally just 2 screws go in there. Super simple. And then it's only held in by a screw there and a screw there. So it's like, boom. Isn't that nice? So I'm going to get that screwed back in. We'll flip it over, fire it up, and I'm going to attempt to put Windows 10 on this. If that doesn't work, then we will go back with Windows 7. I don't see why it shouldn't work with Windows 10. It is a dual core. It's only got, I think, 4 gigs of RAM, so it's not going to be any powerhouse, but be better than what it was, which was dead. All right, so far so good. Windows 10 Pro, the drive shows up, so we'll go ahead and wham bam. We'll start the install on that. I don't know how long this is going to take because this is an Intel Pentium dual core, and it looks like she's got some damage on her. But yeah, so we'll be back soon. All right, so I just called the gentleman and let him know his computer is good to go. So it is a dual core T4500. That's a 2.3 gigahertz, little tiny dual core, but actually it's not bad. And I thought it had 4 gigs of RAM. It has 2 gigs. So not a lot of RAM, but I asked him if he wanted to upgrade and do, more RAM or anything like that. And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm just going to be using this for like web surfing and stuff. And I was like, well, then you should be fine. I was jumping on over here and I was going to look up that CPU to see how old it is. It is a T4500. Say Pentium T4500. Go to the Intel Arc. I forgot, I thought this might have like the scroll up and scroll down, but it does not. Okay, so this is 2010. So this bad boy is 13 years old. Honestly, impressive that it can even still be usable. Because if you were in 2010 and tried to use a 10-year-old computer, like it from the year 2000, it would basically be unusable. Let's see. I'm curious to see how YouTube fares on this bad boy. Go ahead and close this out. Close that out. We're working with limited VRAM here. All right, let's see here. I don't want to get copyrighted, so let's not do music. New movie trailers. Oh, SB Mowing. That's my boy right there. Cop approaches me. God, this video is getting a ton of views. Shout out SB Mowing if you guys watch, mowing. Oh, that's music. Okay, we'll skip that. We're running it at 480. Let's see if we can't make it full screen. Can it handle full screen? Okay.
Contain all grass 2 or below 10 inches tall throughout entire property grounds. They got fined $900 a few months ago for that. Whew. There's stuff all over this. There's another one right there. A $600.
Wow, that's actually.
Yeah, this place is big.
I mean, this is usable, especially for somebody. He told me he hasn't had a computer running in a while. And I guess this is his newest computer, and he hasn't been able to use the internet and stuff. And I'm like, well, this should fare him fairly decent.
That cop just walked up, and I had no idea what he wanted.
Let's go ahead and close that out. It ain't no daggone i9, 10400 or sorry, 10900K or nothing like that. But not everybody needs that. Sometimes people just need, close that search bar. I don't like that. Sometimes people just need something super basic. And let me actually set performance resource monitor. Device performance and health. I think there's some settings in here that may end up helping him. I don't really remember. Maybe not. I don't know if that was a Windows 10 thing or not. I haven't really done that in a while. There used to be like you could turn off a lot of like the extra display stuff that just eats up a little bit of system RAM, but I haven't done that in so long because I haven't been worried about system RAM in so long. I don't even know where that's at, or even if you can turn it off anymore. But yeah. Anyway, we'll see him here in a little bit. So, and I said that, and then I just did a little searching, and this is what I was talking about: performance options. So, to get to that, I think what did I search? Adjust performance, and then you can get to this performance options. Let Windows choose what's best for my computer. Absolutely not. We want best performance. So it turns all these animations off. Fades, animations, slideshows, all that kind of stuff. And I'm curious, let's bring up our task manager here again. Performance. So right now we are using almost a gig, 1.1 of RAM right here, 0.900. I wonder if we apply this, will it go down? Maybe not. Maybe not. But at least it'll be less load because none of this stuff will be trying to run. Obviously, if you have any kind of modern computer, none of this stuff even matters. So it can run it without even thinking. But when you're working with limited RAM, not great. Let's actually, what about virtual RAM? That's another thing that I haven't really messed with in a while. Virtual RAM. Accessing virtual, right click my computer, properties, advanced. I haven't done virtual RAM in so long. Properties. Advanced system settings. Maybe that's where it's at. Yeah. Performance. That's where we were a second ago. Hardware, computer name. Environment variables. Ooh, we ain't messing with that. Oh, I was actually already in there. I was in the performance options where the VRAM was. I'm such a dummy. So paging files an area on the hard disk that Windows uses as if it were RAM. Now on a regular hard drive, it's basically useless. It keeps it from like dying. On this SSD might work a little bit better. Automatically manage paging file. We could set it a little bit higher. Recommended, it's at 1 gig. Minimum allowed. We could do a custom size. Initial size. Let's give her like maybe two gigs. Technically right under. Let's let her go up if she wants. Heck, if she wants to, 10 gigs. I don't know if that's actually going to help much or not. But yeah, maybe. Might help out. Might not. Who knows? Anyway, let's I got an unboxing over here. Let's pop this box open. Alrighty. Got some hardware coming in. I think this is the low profile RX 550, I believe. Could be the low profile 1030. We got a packing slip. That over to the side. There we go. Got some bubble wrap. Oh, look at that. Look at that bad boy right there. So it does use, looks like mini HDMI or DisplayPort. So I think I have a DisplayPort to HDMI adapter, but this is a tiny little guy. This is going to go in those small form factor office PCs. So we're hopefully going to pop this in there, add a little bit of RAM to it, and then see how it games, just to give somebody, you know, like a sub $200 option. I think I was trying to hit like the 150 to 120 range for those with 8 gigs of RAM, dedicated graphics card, and pretty much ready to go. But I'll be right back. All right, well, today's video is getting cut short a little bit. I just got a call and I'm going to go meet up with 2 different guys. One about a desktop that won't power on and he just wants to sell it as is. It has a 2070 in it and an i7 9700 F, not a K, 9700F. But I was talking to him, and at first he was talking about fixing it, but then he's like, man, I just want to sell it outright. And it's actually it's on the way home where I drive past. So I was like, what do you want for it? He threw me out a crazy number, and I'm like, you know what? If I take it and the whole system's junk and at least the graphics card is good, then I can get my money back on it. But hopefully I'll be able to fix it. He thinks there's something wrong with the motherboard. I don't know, maybe power supply, ain't no telling. There's just no telling. He's had a couple different people look at it. They've been into it, taking it apart. That's always a little scary, but I'll take a look at that, grab that, and then picking up some other not trade-ins, but buying some other parts. So I'm kind of trying to make these deals work whenever they pop up. So I'm kind of leaving in the middle of I'm putting my hangers up for my shelves, and guess we'll do that another time because computer parts are more important. And my office is an absolute wreck right now. We got computer parts and stuff all over the place. That'll be for tomorrow. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Adios. All right, so the system was a bust. I pulled the side panel off, and it had some kind of sticky substance that had been spilled on it. Looked like soda or something like that. And he was like, you know, you don't give me anything for it? And I'm like, man, I'm just not, I don't even want to mess with it. I was like, sorry about that. Sorry I wasted your time. Sorry I wasted my time, but it is what it is. But I was like, do you have any other parts that aren't covered in whatever? And he was like, no. But anyway, I did end up scoring some stuff from another gentleman, and what I'm most excited about is this right here. This Corsair big boy radiator, and it already has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big old RGB fans. And it looks like it's set up like it's not an AIO. It's definitely a radiator for like doing a custom loop. Got it for absolutely dirt cheap, basically nothing. So super stoked about that. Don't even know what it's going to be used for, but just, you know, always happy to add some quality parts to the fleet. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's pretty much it. Sometimes you got to get out there and hustle to find the deals, and sometimes the deals aren't exactly deals, and you just have to pass up on them, and that's okay. It is what it is. I had a couple people reach out to me, and they were like, hey, can you do some custom builds? And I was like, yeah, I can. I'm wondering how computer companies, like especially small computer shops, normally handle that. Is taking a deposit, like, is that acceptable? I would imagine it's acceptable. So I mentioned that to the two gentlemen that had contacted me, and they acted like I just called their mom a three-headed whatever. And they were like, no way, I don't understand that. And I'm like, well, if it's a custom build and this is exactly what you want with that and this and that, it's very personalized. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to fork out all that money, put it all together, and then what if you don't buy it? So that's kind of my reasoning behind it. Let me know down below if I'm totally off base with that. And the deposit was only like 25% of the total value, just to help recoup stripping it back down and I don't know, making it, one of them was a little off the wall with what he wanted, but regardless, ain't gonna out that. So anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching. I know this video has been all over the place, and my videos kind of have been, so hopefully you enjoy that, because I imagine it will continue that way for a while. Later, guys.